I made it. It's been one of those days, friends. It has been one of those days. How are you? My name is Kimberly McAlinden, and I am so thrilled we're here on Knit a Rainbow with me. So, this week we're going to talk about the knit along that's going on. I'm going to continue the saga of my knitting, or sorry, of my spinning. And I'm just going to talk to you about what's going on. I actually started reading again, which is it's just lovely. I haven't been reading in a really long time. Hi, Susie, you made it. Thank you. Yeah, so I went on vacation. I didn't tell everybody. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on, because I went on a little trip with just my daughter and my husband, and we ended up going to the Bahamas. It was a lovely, lovely time, and on that trip, I started reading. So my daughter, who is a senior in high school, so she is going away to Virginia Tech next year, and she brought 3 books on the plane. And I was like, "What are you 3 books? What are you doing?" And, she said, "Oh, mom, I I don't know, they're easy reads and I didn't know." And we were only there for less than a week. So, anyway, I have been trying very, very hard on not knitting every second of every day. I'm trying because it's starting to get a little overwhelming for me, and I really truly simply want to enjoy. I just want to enjoy my life, right? So I guess we were in the oh, so when we were flying out to the Bahamas, it's only like 2 hours and 40 minutes, but I couldn't knit. It was too tight. The person I was sitting next to, it wouldn't have worked out with my knitting. And so I said to my daughter, "Give me one of those books." So she hands me the book. I cannot I could not put it down, and I read it from the time that we were in the airplane, and then that night going to bed, I stayed up late and finished reading it. And apparently these books are all over TikTok, so, that's awesome. But let me get it for you. I have it right here. And it is by the author Colleen Hoover. Has anybody heard of these books? So I haven't read this one yet. The first one I read was Verity, Verity. And from the second I read the first couple pages, I was hooked. And that is really important for me. And especially because when I'm reading, I'm usually listening to an audiobook because I'm usually using my hands for knitting or spinning. So it was so nice to sit around and flip pages and read an actual book. So I read Verity, and then I was doing some knitting, for the knit along that's going on right now. And then on the way home, I said to Marin, my daughter, I said, "You know what? Why don't you give me another book?" I started it in the airport and I finished it that night. I blow through these books in like 6 or 8 hours. It's incredible. So, I just got the next one. So, now it's just so nice that my daughter and I have this time together to read. So, if you're looking for like just a great book, Verity is a little bit more. It's like suspenseful, and I mean they're all kind of suspenseful, but um, it was really good. So I read Verity, and then I read It Ends with Us, and it just was crazy. Hey Shayla, nice to see you. Hi Diane, thanks for being here. So if you're looking for kind of just a beach read. These books are really good. They suck you in really quick, and I can't put them down because I just wanted to know what was going on. So the last 2 books, Verity and the other one, there's some trigger things in there. So If you wanted to send me a private message, I'll tell you, if you have some certain life triggers. I just want to let you know. But reminders of him, my daughter said she cried. It's not really my favorite thing to do when I'm reading, but I really do like this new author. She's not a new author, but new to me. So her name is Colleen Hoover. I cleaned up my desk so I feel so uncluttered. Hi Becky, are they mysteries? Sort of. Yeah. Verity was definitely a mystery. Um then the next one wasn't really a mystery. She's more of like a, I don't know. Um I really like it though. I really got into it. A lot of sex. So there you have it. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea after that. Okay, so we got back late Saturday night from the Bahamas, which was a wonderful big vacation. We stayed at the Bahama Del Mar, and it was wonderful. It was jam packed with people, and that's not really my favorite thing to do when we're on vacation, but we worked it out. It was really great. It was wonderful. And so we did that. And then right now going on is the New Jersey Wool Walk. So it started on Saturday, the 23rd, and I went to the Blue Pearl on Sunday. So I got home late at night, had to finish the book, so I was really tired. And then got up on Sunday and went to the Blue Pearl and spent my day there. And what a wonderful day. We had a really, really fun time. And my new top, which is called Walking Rays top, that which is still at the yarn shop, so I don't have it to show you, but I think it was up a couple weeks ago. But that's out on Ravelry now, so that's exciting. And thank you for everyone that tested and purchased the testers. I'm compiling a tester kind of thing to put on Instagram, so I'm excited about that. Um, let's. I know, Shayla, it was really hard to get on here today. I don't know where my brain is. I really don't. But okay, so that was that. So the lovely tea knit along is going on now, and I'm doing that with Dinah and Pam from the Knitting Place, and it has been. We had our first session on April 7th. 7th? Yes, April 7th. And then with Passover and Easter at the same time, we kind of had a big long break, which was really good because we went over everything that has to do with the beginning of the lovely tea. But I wanted to show you, I'm making two of them. And I'm not trying to overachieve, but what I'm doing is whilst I am I'm knitting them, that's when I make my videos and I put the videos up in the private Facebook group. The Zooms are an hour and a half long where we go over that and then I go over any questions that anybody has. We have prizes that we give out and everything is recorded. So if you aren't able to make the Zoom live, then you can watch the recording. And so, show you my first one. So, my first one is made out of Sanascar Tinlina. And I love this yarn. I don't I don't love knitting it. Angie's hot tropical color is beautiful. Yes, Becky, did you see it in real life of her walking race shirt? Oh, that's so nice. I don't love knitting with the Sanascar, and I mean, I like it. Let me. I'm gonna change that. It takes a little bit getting used to because the plies aren't of the yarn are not like super tight. So what happens is when you get the fabric, it feels awesome on your body and it's going to be one of my favorite t-shirts for sure. But you have to get used to knitting with it, right? And what better way to get used to knitting with it than with your gauge swatch, right? So I just wanted to I just and I sorry. And I just want to show everyone this is Shayla's, this is her gauge pin that I bought 3 of. Yep, 3 of them. Why? Because it's just that important. So while I was knitting gauge, I kind of realized like, oh, I have to, kind of just pay attention a little bit to my knit stitches. And the sweater is knit in the round, and so that's really what I was worried about. But let me just show you now. Also, on this one, which is the Tinlina one, and a lot of times what I do with my sweaters, especially when I'm knitting for production and getting things done, is that I will knit the yoke. I will hand knit the yoke until the sleeve split, and then I will put the bottom of the sweater, as long as it's plain stockinette, I will put it on my knitting machine. So before I went away on vacation, I knit a sleeve on my Tinlina one. Look at how cute this little sleeve is. See the little puff? This is like, it's just like a timeless sweater. Okay. And then now you can see that my front, my front is held on a knitting needle. And the reason for that is because I didn't put it on my machine. I was only able to do half. So here is what I do. I take the stitches and I hang them on my machine, and then I knit, 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 and then I put it on either a knitting cord, or I mean a barber cord, or a knitting needle, right? And so now this half is waiting. It's half. You can see that she's been waiting in a bag for a little over a week because I was away. But then what's going to happen is I will take these stitches and I will put them on my machine. Each stitch goes in a little hook on my machine, and I will knit the same amount of rows as I knit for the back. And then I will seam the sides. And then I will put all of these stitches back on my circular needle, and I will knit whatever it is. I think it's like 4 rounds of ribbing. That's it, because I wanted this tee to be something like that you could tuck in, that would kind of just lay. So that is what's going to happen. And I timed myself to let everybody know to hang, and I'm knitting the size 5, which is the 50, and so there's 100, and it's 300 stitches around. So each half is 150 stitches. And those stitches, so my LK 150 is 150 stitches. So that's the biggest that I could do. So to hang the stitches on the bed, which is taking each stitch, right? Taking each one of these stitches and putting it, there's a little tool that helps you do that, and putting it on the bed, and then knitting the however many rows that there are, and then taking it off again on a needle, and then putting it on a barber cord. Took 1 hour and 47 minutes. So what that tells you is usually I do it in one day, and then I let the fabric sit for a bit because it's been stretched out across the board, and then I will seam it. So that's how I get a lot of things done that are stockinette. So that is this beautiful, beautiful Tinlina color, and the really, really pretty slip stitch pattern that is on the sleeves, the edge of the sleeves, and also the border on your neck. And it has a nice wide neck. And so I have, a little over 5 or 6 hours left on this. Then Dinah was so kind. She got in a bunch of Suburban Stitcher, and I love her stuff. I love it. So, um, I'm gonna show it to you in Hank. I showed this before. So this is March Hare. It's absolutely stunning. Love it. And this is her sock yarn, which is superwash merino and nylon, 75/25. It's 460 yards, so it's unbelievable yardage for the first time in my life. And this is coming from a place of love. All of the over 100 knitters that are in the knit along, can't believe that, in the Facebook group, we're asking about helical knitting. Now, helical knitting is something that a lot of people use, especially when you're working with, indie dyed yarns or hand dyed yarns. What I thought helical knitting was, and it is actually helical knitting, but there's a couple different ways that you can do it. So the way that I have done it in the past, which I absolutely did not like, was so you're using two different balls of yarn, and you knit for a row or two, and then you pull the new yarn up underneath it. But what that does is it creates like a seam, like, and if you're doing it up the back or up the side, that's fine because seams give structure and I love seams. But for this sweater, it was in the back, and I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. So then somebody in the group put in a different way of doing helical knitting, which I had never seen before. And so I said to everybody, okay, I don't like helical knitting, but I love this yarn so much, and I don't want to have any pooling. Um, so long story short, I'm helical knitting, but I'm doing it the other way. And it's fascinating the way that it works. It really, really is fascinating to me. Uh, but you cannot helical knit on the knitting machine. You can do something where you knit two rows and then change, you can change the carriage so that then you knit with two other ones. Um, but I love this color so much and I love this tea so much that I don't want to practice on it. So I am actually knitting the 13.5 inches that I need on this. And so here it is. It is helical knitted up. So there really aren't any so look, I've done a pretty good amount. Nice, right? Uh so that's what I'm doing. You always helical knit. When you knit up 3 stitches, slip this. That's what I'm doing, Becky. So the way that this new to me way is that you knit up until 3 stitches before your next yarn. So you always have 2 strands of yarn, which is what kind of is a pain for me, but it's fine. I'm getting there. And then you slip those 3 stitches, so you can feel it, your hand feels it, you can tell. Would I be able to do a video on the way? I will be happy to do a video, but if you want to right away, Bianca, you can absolutely go on YouTube and put in the in the search bar helical knitting and you'll see it. But so we do, but thank you. Thank you for wanting a video from me. So you knit up, so I would knit around here until I got to here, which is here's the new strand. So 3 stitches before here, I drop the old yarn, I slip these 3 stitches to the right hand needle and then just start knitting. I don't know, it works out, it's magical. But I love it. But look at how pretty the uh the slip stitch pattern is. So pretty, isn't it? I split for the sleeves, but I did not, and I just started knitting the bottom. Um, and so this is what I knit whilst on vacation. So pretty, right? Okay, so that's what's going on in my knitting world. Now, also, I taught a class at Forever Yarn in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And um, I don't know, I just love all these yarn shops. I don't know if I talked about going there on the last video, but I just had such a wonderful time. And while I was teaching, so I'm talking to all the students, right? And I'm teaching, and I keep looking up because there is this bag, this yarn bag that I know when I'm finished teaching that I'm going to purchase that bag. So Helen came with me for the day, and we're waiting there, and Yan is talking, and Tanny was there, and Kathy Merrick, and all those people. And then there were other students there. So we finished with the class. I have to take a sip. I'm excited. And I say to Kathy, "Can you reach up and get me that yarn bag because I need to have that?" So she reaches up and gets it. And Tanny looks at me and Helen, and she says, "Well, wait a minute. You might not want to buy that." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Look at what Tanny made for me. And she made Helen a bag too, just because. And now I don't know, probably Yan, I don't know, but I was talking to. Am I doing the seam up the sides? Yes, I will be doing the phony seam. There's a phony seam that goes up the side of the, yeah. So a couple weeks ago, I was talking to Alyssa of Cake Wool, and we started talking about Tanny, and we were talking about her bags, and I was saying how much I love her bags, and I love them. And I only had one. And I said, but I'm going to go teach at Forever Yarn, and I'm probably going to purchase another one. Um, and so Alyssa said to me, "You have to get the bag. Tell her to make you the tote bag with a zipper on the top, and with like the cool yarn on, waxed bottom." She said, "Tell her Alyssa told you." So I didn't say anything. I actually went on Tanny's website to like purchase one, and she didn't have any, that I saw at the time. But I knew I was going to see her in person, so I wasn't like, uh, but look at this bag. It has a leather handle. It has the wax bottom. Is this not the perfect color for me too? Like, look at how beautiful this is. It's gigantic. It's zipper top, and there are pockets, two big deep pockets on the inside. You just saw something else I'm going to show you. So that was really, really exciting. So at that day that I taught in the yarn shop, oh, here's the one I bought. So see how she knows me so well. Oh, look at what pretty colors. So this is the one that I purchased. This is her XL sweater bag. It has the leather handle that's removable. You can fit a ton in here, and I absolutely love it. I also purchased. I know I go to yarn shops to create income, and I end up spending it. I got the worsted book while I was there. I didn't want to pass it up. It's such an absolutely beautiful book that I had to have it in my collection. So I purchased that. I purchased this. Oh my God, I love it so much. And then this is rose gold. These are rose gold right here. I know it's coming up a little yellow, but And then I purchased this kid silk mohair. Now I'm going to show it to you. I told you a while ago, you all, what's the name of the bags? Tanny Casey. I will put them in the description box, but she's on Instagram. Tanny is spelled Tannei. Hey, hold please. Here we go. Tannei Casey. Tanny Casey. And she's on Instagram. Oh, she's almost at 10,000. I just love her. Wait, here's a picture of her. She's such a wonderful person. Tanny's work is top tier. Yeah. Yes, Shayla. Oh, Shayla. Okay. So I bought this yarn from James Makes Things, my boyfriend overseas. And she is a nice person. Isn't she, Shayla? I love her. So I bought this yarn from my boyfriend. James Makes Things. He's not really my boyfriend, but he does call me his queen. And what the last time that I went, I didn't have a skein with me. And the last time I went to Forever Yarn, I purchased this yarn, which is the Kid Silk Mohair. It's 70% Super Kid Mohair and 30% silk because I wanted to mix them together to do something with it. And when I got home, I didn't realize that that the yarn is like on a gray base. And so look, I'm going to put this white next to it and it just doesn't do it any favors. I'm glad you found her, Lynn. So I went back and I got this one. Look at how beautiful that's going to look. So, and I'll show you these two together. See the difference? This is like a butter, whereas this is a white. Now, you know me and white mohair. I can do anything with it. You can add it to when I make pom-poms, when you add mohair to pom-poms, it just makes them so much bigger and prettier. So that's something you can make when you make hats, add this like white yarn with white mohair is an incredible looking hat. So I'll probably do a Marin hat that way or an Emily hat. Those are my patterns, by the way. That was my little plug. And Marin hat is a free one. That's it. So you can see the two different colors, and now oh geez, that looked a little phallic. Let's see. So now you can see that the yellow is just going to be so much better. Can't wait to do that in my spare time. Speaking of spare knitting time, I have none, but that's okay. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful and so thrilled. I really am. You know, I have people that are sending me private messages saying that they're worried about me. Don't be worried about me. I'm doing just great. I really am. Hi, Joe Wood. Let's talk about my spinning. If you were here last time I was on, you would know that I purchased this absolutely spectacular combed top, Holworth combed top from Hello Yarn. Isn't it beautiful? And I couldn't wait. I started spinning. I think I started spinning not on Easter because we left. I don't know. Palm Sunday I did. Look at that. Look at those colors. Am I coming to Maryland Sheep and Wool? I'm sorry, I am not going. I have another commitment. Sorry. But I will be at Rhinebeck this year. I'm excited about that. Okay, so I purchased 2 of these because I seem to purchase everything in twos. I don't know why. I can't just purchase one. Got to get 2. And I spun it, and the thing with spinning is I like to spin a two-ply yarn, and it means it has two plies. So in spinner terms, what you would do is you would take this and you would split it in half, and you would spin half on one bobbin and spin the other half on the other bobbin. But because, we're humans and, not everything is perfect, we're not always spinning, we're not machines. So, sometimes there's thick and thin, sometimes, you run out. Really, you always end up with one bobbin that has more yarn on it. And so I really just I didn't want that to happen, and saw someone on YouTube who used an Andean plying tool. And so I purchased one. And that guy is right here. And when I watched it again, because I need to, when I'm learning, I need to watch things over and over. A lot of times I don't just watch something once. Now, Andean plying or Navajo, no, yeah, Andean braid or Andean plying, a lot of times people put it on their hand. But when I was spinning, I filled a bobbin. I mean, this is 4 ounces of yarn, right? So it made about 900 yards when I was finished spinning with it. So I didn't want to waste it because it's so beautiful. So I thought to myself, I like this woman I saw on YouTube, that I would put it all on this, and then, the way that you wind it on here and then you take it off, you have the two plies, and then when you're done, there's no waste. Upon further inspection, I noticed that she had a large one and this is a small one. So, went right back to Etsy, bought myself the large one. So, here I have the large one. I finished spinning my single, my one ply, and I spent over 2 hours winding the almost 900 yards, or a little over 900 yards, on this tool. And the way that it goes, it took a long time. I don't know what happened, but what I do know is that it became a tangled mess. Absolute hit show with an S. It was horrible. And I thought to myself, you know what, Kimberly, you do this for relaxation. Knitting has become a little bit more of a little pressure, a little bit more of a job. Spinning is like your other thing that you do. So just take your time and and unwind it. That's what I did. Took me 6 hours. 6 hours to get it. So what I was doing was, putting it back on the spinning wheel on a bobbin. Once I filled what I thought was half, then I did another one. So I ended up getting rid of the tangled mess of this. I did not throw it in the garbage, but I did put it in timeout. Then I did another one, and then I plied them together. And here they are, friends. Here it is. I love this. This is 421 yards of delicious goodness. It's targy, silk, and bamboo. Isn't it? Wait, I think I said that wrong. Targy wool, bamboo, and tussa silk. Look at it. I don't even think you can. I love this so much that sometimes I just walk by and I pet it, and I think it's spectacular. Look at all the colors in there. So it spun up to be it got so light and airy. Thank you, Bianca. I agree. I think it's well worth the effort too. And it's like a thick worsted, a thick fingering, or it's more of a sport. So it goes between fingering and sport, which is kind of like spin cycle, right? Kind of like they're dyed in the wool. But look at that beautiful thing. So, for those of you that aren't spinners, it went from this to this. And all it was my time and my talent and a little tears. But that's okay. I'm so happy with it. I don't even know what to do with it. I'm so excited. So my next spinning project, I'm not going to do this one just yet. My next spinning project, where are you, friend? Oh, and I may or may not have purchased more spinning fiber today from Wound Up Fiber Arts. I did. I bought this is her color Nest Egg, and it's one of her most popular colors. And she has had it on lots of different types of wool. This one is Polworth silk. So it is the Polworth sheep and silk. And I bought 3 of these. And I think the stuff today I bought was her Rambouillet, which I have prepared and spun before. Look at this. I have to pull it out. Oh, it's so soft. Like this is the stuff, it like makes my mouth water. Like I'm so excited. I can't wait until I get to do it. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to spin the whole thing, and then I'm going to chain ply it. And I'm going to so chain plying is a way of getting a 3-ply yarn, which is a little thicker, but I'm going to look at sorry. I just I can't wait. I can't wait. That's my next thing. I must be into this like silky stuff lately because I'm just putting it next to the one that I have. All right. Do I have anything else for you? I can't. I looked all over my house. Remember that pretty pinks that I was doing? Did I show you guys the finished product? Because I brought it up here. I can't find it. I don't know. I'll bring it for the next one. Uh, let's see. Book. Oh, what I'm wearing. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. So, I am wearing the zine top, which I was a test knitter for a couple years ago. And I tend to not wear it because it is like a big, I would probably wear like a pretty tank top or something underneath it. But I didn't today because I had just gotten out of the shower and I was hot. But it is a beautiful, beautiful top. Let me show you it. I had it all set for you. So here it is. This is what it looks like. Has cute little stuff on the bottom. Has lace on the bottom. The original top is short sleeve. So if y'all are I said y'all, but so if you are all looking for a fun summer top to wear. This is a good one. I will put the designer is Elisa Hartzell. She's such a lovely, lovely person. So let me show you what hers looks like because I made mine 3/4 sleeves. But so this is what it looks like, and that's the designer. So this is a really great I made mine in Life in the Long Grass, and it is a DK pattern. So it is lickety split, so much fun. And go ahead and go to Ravelry and find that pattern. Today I felt, well, besides not being able to get my camera to work, uh, I felt so incredibly cool that I wrote down like what I was going to say to you guys because it's starting to get like I feel like I'm one big run-on sentence. All right. That is pretty much it, friends. We're coming up on 40 minutes. So if you like what I do, if you like my content, please give this video a thumbs up and follow me. No, subscribe to my channel. It really does help. And I look forward to, that. Oh, let me show you my next. So when I finish doing the knitting, which hopefully will be by this weekend on the lovely tees, and I'll have two tops to wear. How cool is that? Then I have to do a really super quick uh lengthening the sleeves on the Ellis sweater, which then I will be able to finish writing the pattern. I don't know if you can see behind me, but this pretty top is going out for testing on Monday. Caleb, how are you? Oh, it's so good to see you, honey. I was thinking about you because this top is going for testing on Monday. So I really think that you should send me a DM, Caleb. Okay, so it's going for testing on Monday. And guess what? Next week, next Wednesday, I am going to be podcasting, but I'm going to be on the road podcasting. So I have a very special guest, and we're going to be going to her place. And by we, I mean Helen and I. Helen is my emotional support knitter, and she comes with me on my long trips. And so I'm really excited. So next week is also going to be a Wednesday. I'm not sure if it's going to be live. I have to ask her if she wants to be live. Some people are funny with that. But yeah, I'm so super excited. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. But okay, so after the tests go out and everything, then I'm going to, and I have everything mapped out. I can't wait to start working with this yarn. It is from the ladies at Skein Yarn Shop, which I absolutely love. And I'm going to be working with a local dyer that they've given me, Jillian Kittles. And this is a locally, oh, look how pretty it looks. A locally hand dyed uh, fiber artist. And this is DK, and this is superwash and nylon. Ooh, and it's 246 yards. Great yardage. It's like a semi-solid. Look how pretty. So that is next up on the designing docket, which is so exciting. Um, and it is going to be like a short sleeve top. And I have it all mapped out. I just have to find the exact right thing that I want to make, and I can't wait. And then I will be going up to Rhode Island to the shop to debut it, and I'm so excited to hang out with those ladies. So they also have a podcast, so go ahead. I will put them in the bottom, but they have really great stuff, and not because they knit my stuff, but because they have really nice stuff, and they're a really great yarn shop. And if you're looking for like Chelsea yarns, they carry Chelsea yarns there. Um, they have wonderful stuff. It's just a great vibe in that Rhode Island shop. So go ahead and go. Uh, I think they just hit 1,000 subscribers so that they can go live now, and they're just incredible ladies. So, Caleb, you need to. So, Caleb is saying that Rhode Island is only 3 hours away from him, and yes, you will have to make a road trip because I'm totally meeting you in real life before Rhinebeck because I will be a crying mess when I meet you. Okay, friends, that's about all I have for you. I am so excited to be back after a couple weeks off, and I look forward to bringing you all of my happy nitty stuff. And I have to tell you, and Caleb, I hope you're still here. So when we were in the Bahamas, it was like my first time with my tattoo, like, out, because mostly it's covered up because it's been winter. And I had someone come up to me and say how much they loved my tattoo. And of course, I want to start saying, the whole story. And I said, "Thank you so much." And she said, "It's so nice that that your tattoo, it shows inclusiveness." And I just about started to cry because that's what my mother was all about. And I I never thought about it, when I was getting it. I was getting it for Knit a Rainbow and my mom. But isn't it such an amazing thing that it it makes people feel comfortable? The name of the yarn shop in Rhode Island is Skane Yarn Shop. And so I proudly, proudly wear my rainbow. I love it. I love that it brings people comfort, as much a comfort as it brings me. And I love that it makes me approachable. I just love it. So anyway, that's it from me. So, when life is hard and days are gray, I hope you knit a rainbow. And if you can't knit a rainbow or draw a rainbow or crochet a rainbow or macrame a rainbow or whatever, I hope that you are the rainbow, because you are the rainbow to somebody else out there. You just don't know it. And if you were to see, if you were on this side of the camera and you were able to receive all the love that I get to receive, you would be blown away. So your actions really, really, really do matter. Everything you do matters. And so why wouldn't you do it colorfully? Colorfully and out loud, and proud of being who you are. So have a wonderful, wonderful week. I look forward to seeing you next week with my special guest. And I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.